Hello, my name's Critter Bear. I am the head foamsmith and vice president of the LARP Dagorath. Normally I'd be teaching you all how to make things out of foam, but today I'm going to be teaching you how to make things out of leather. And the reason why I'm doing that is because there is a trend going around, which is a very good trend. It's a very good thing that you look up online. You know what? I'm going to build a costume, and I'm going to look up online, probably YouTube, on how to build a costume. And the first thing that's going to come up is a lot of cosplayers, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's a wonderful thing, that there's so many options out there, and there's so many videos of cosplays and how they build their costumes together. EVA foam is actually a really good material to use because the pros are it's very cheap. That's usually like $6 to $10 a roll, depending on the thicknesses you get, and you get quite a bit of material out of it. The second pro is they're actually very available. You can buy them in person, or if you're an introvert like me, you can actually buy them online and have them shipped directly to your house. The third pro is that they're actually very easy to use, and the skills are transferable from one material to another, so you're not just learning a skill for one thing only. You can actually use all the things that you learn to other things that you're going to be crafting in the future. And the cons of the material is that it's kind of delicate. It's not really delicate, it's just kind of delicate. Cosplayers use it to walk around on a convention floor or sit down in a convention. The second thing that they use it for is walking up and down a runway for a costume contest. But it doesn't really have to do much more than that. Whenever it comes to LARPing, we're running around, we're rolling, we're stretching, we're running into each other, we're getting hit with weapons, not real weapons, but weapons nonetheless. They get caught and snagged and tear and rip, to where all that work that you put into that item is going to eventually erode and decay and break, to where you can no longer repair it and keep using it. The second con is that it's non-organic, so whenever it does break, rip, or you decide that you don't want to use it anymore and you throw it away, it goes into a landfill and it just kind of stays there. That's not a big thing nowadays since there's so much stuff that actually does that. Whenever you have the option, sometimes it's nice for something to be organic versus not. Which brings me into leather. The first pro is that it's available. It's not super available like EVA foam, but it's pretty close. You can either buy it in person or you can buy it online and have it shipped to your house. Once again, for introverts like me, to where if you don't want to go out and go get it yourself, or you're not living around a place that has it, or you don't have a vehicle, you can have it delivered to you. The second pro is that it's actually just as easy as working with EVA foam to work with leather. You think to yourself like, oh, it's a strange material and it's going to be more difficult and you're going to have all these specialized tools and whatnot. Not really. It's actually a little bit easier, in my opinion, to work with leather. And all of the skills that you learn from leatherworking is transferable to other materials as well. So once again, you're not just learning leatherwork, you're learning that material and everything else that could be familiar with that material. The third pro is that it's very strong. In my personal experience, leather almost never rips. I actually not only use it for armor, costuming, straps and leather pieces and whatnot that I actually have around the house that'll help me in day-to-day life, but I also use leather that is in weapons like axes or cross guards or basket hilts or things like that, to where it's still a little bit flexible, but it doesn't rip or tear very easily at all. You still can do it technically if you really try, but it's really difficult. Therefore, I find it a good material that is a good in between rigid and soft, but yet strong enough to hold its shape for things that are on weapons, which I will teach you how to use leather in weapons in another video. But for now, let's just get the basics of leatherworking done. The fourth pro is that it is an organic material. So whenever you're done with it, you just want to make something else, you don't have room to store it, or it does eventually rip or break over time and you don't want to repair it, then you throw it into the trash, it goes to a landfill, and then returns to the earth. And if we're killing cows anyways for food, might as well use more of the cow than just its meat, right? And finally, it brings us to the one and only con of leather, is it's a little expensive. It's not astronomically expensive, but it is definitely more expensive than an EVA foam, that's for sure. And now that we have the full list of pros and cons for each material, you can actually make an informed decision on which one would be the best for you and your LARPing experience. And the reason why I'm making this video is so that people aren't immediately going like, oh, it's a LARP, I'm just gonna make everything that I want out of foam because I'm clearly not skilled enough, or I can't find tutorials on how to build things out of leather. So we're making this video that will start in the very beginning with going to the store and finding what you need, because the store can be kind of intimidating. It is a very specialized store, so whenever you walk in, you're gonna look around and be like, oh, I'm not sure what to get, and then somebody's gonna come up to you and be like, what do you want? And you're like, I don't know. So we're gonna bring you through the store and show you exactly what you need and how to purchase it and what you might decide to purchase or not depending on your needs with what you're going to build for this LARPing group. However, I'm a busy guy, I got a workshop, I need to be working on stuff in this bear cave to where we're going to send you out into the field with our hobby hobbit, who is one of those adventurous types of hobbits who likes to go out and experience new things and broaden their horizons. So without further ado, over to you, hobby hobbit.